Hello viewers, in this tutorial I'm going to be doing a selected question here. This was a question about a website and it appeared in a random textbook of book 4 ICT, that is Baroque. Now in this sample activity that came at the end of web design as a chapter in senior 4 term 1, this was the question. Success Secondary School is a new school in your community that has been set up of recent. It has come to the headmaster's notice that most of the competing schools are using the internet to deliver school updates to the students and other stakeholders. The school wants to have a website as one of the strategies to minimize competition, but it does not have any staff skilled in this field. And the task was create a 4-page website to help Success Secondary School solve this challenge. Now, in a sample activity of website or a practical item 2 of website in a paper, if someone wants you to do one of those, they really want you to explore almost all the features that are taught in web design as a chapter in senior 4. They want you to explore all the questions or all the features that are taught to you in web design so that you can create a nice looking site using any selected web authoring software you may decide to use. Now there are many web authoring softwares like Visual Studio Code, Expression Web, Notepad++, etc, and you can use any of those to come up with a functioning, nice looking website. Now according to what I did, I'm going to be displaying some work I did, and we could just go through the website I've designed for the school. Now in the scenario, it seems the school, Success Secondary School, wants to have a website to engage with the community, and they don't have any skilled staff on ground, and maybe you're the skilled staff and you have a task to do that. Now according to what I designed here, of course for any website it should have a home page, and this is the home page I designed. If I right click at it, then I select open with, I will select Chrome, and the home page is loading at my screen and it looks like this. Now this is the home page, and maybe there's a challenge with the image. I'll have to put the image back. I'll just go back to my code and I look for the image path, because I've just changed the location of the folder. That is why the image is not really showing up at my home page. Now it was the image of a badge, and I could open this badge. I right click at it, then I open with, I can use Firefox so that I can get the path of the image. I place it in my code and then it works straight away. As the image is loading back to my home page, this is the home page, and the home page is supposed to, of course, it's supposed to be attractive as the first page of your site, and it's just bringing about impression with someone who's interacting with the site. The home page is always the first site that someone is going to see, or it's going to be the first page that someone is going to really see. Now I think I got this folder. If I can take back this folder to this, let me first take back my folder here. Let me paste it here. Paste. And then I can open my home page there, and then right click, open with. I want to open with Chrome so that I can see my home page. Now my folder I used is right here, and it is Success website, and I've really opened my home page. It is right here, and maybe I'm going to explain whatever I did at the home page. Now the home page should be of great impression, because it's the first page a visitor is going to see when they come to your site. And at least if you're designing a site in the item 2 of a practical paper, it should have 4 pages. Or if you're designing a site in an activity of integration, it should have 4 pages plus that all link together to talk about, of of course, whatever you're designing a website for. It could be a school, like this case, it could be a business, it could be an organization, etc, etc. Now this is the home page, and if I look at its code is right here. I can right click at home page, then I go to open with, then I select Notepad. I'm selecting Notepad because I used Notepad as a text editor to design the website. I simply wrote HTML language to come up with my site. Now this is the home page, and this is Notepad that is helping me do all this what you see on the home page. Now if you look at the page is color blue, and of course color blue is just a background color. Here at body big key color, I put a blue, and inquiries, accounts, and logins, they are all following right here, but they're just links that take you to other pages. We shall see that in the video still. So I continue to the heading, Success Secondary School, and of course, if you look at this code, if you look at the code that did the home page, let me try to reduce the home page size so that I can explain why the code is so visible. Now Success Secondary School as the heading, of course it's white with a bigger color. I designed all that around here. The breaking you see here, it's just pushing my heading down. Of course I wanted my heading slightly down because I had information on top already, and I gave it a color white. Remember the background is blue here, so I gave it a color white with a bigger size, +15. So that's I was pushed to the next item of putting a badge that is maybe for the school, Success Secondary School. It is just an image. Now I'm just taking you through the code because I've done at least 5 videos about website, and they explain almost everything that can be done in your website of a senior for learner in school. Now after looking at those 5 videos, it means you can easily code what you see in this video right now by use of the code you see in the background of your screen. Now this was the image code. It runs here, and I'm breaking it, of course, so that it's under my heading. The image code is right here with all its settings, the height, the width, and etc, etc. If you need to learn how to put images in your websites, refer to my video I did about websites at my YouTube channel, Marvin Kasozi. Now if I look at the next part of my homepage, it was some information that we set the pace. This is our website that links a lot of individuals all over the world to our physical premises. Now I wrote some information under the badge, and the information I wrote is being captured at the code here. From this line, then I go to this line, then I go to this line. I'm just breaking them so that, of course, my work is just broken. It looks kind of appealing. And note that all the work is in the center. If I put my home page at full screen, all my work is in the center, maybe apart from the inquiries and the accounts and the logins, but almost everything you see on your screen is in the center, simply because at my code here, I was mostly using a center tag, and the center tag was running from the heading Success. So the center tag is right here, and the center tag was closed around here. So it means almost all my work from the heading up to home page about us information is in the center. All that information was just typed, and it runs up to this area here. Now what you see on your screen is the code that designed the home page, and if you're practicing the very home page, that is the code that can help you do the home page that can look exactly like mine. I continue to the home page. The home page had some other information. These are links. Use the links below to navigate our website. Of course, the links below, this link is home page, this is the home page, and if I click at my link here, it is the academics page. Before I click at academics page, the codes that can help me design links, or that helped me design the links, are running at the codes right here, and that is the part that helped me design the links in my site. If you're not okay with links, simply refer back to my channel. There's a lesson about HTML links, website links that was done in December. Now that is the home page, and it's the first page of our site. It's just welcoming you to our site. And if I want to go to the next page, I can use academics page link. If I click at academics page link, it is pushing me to my academics page link. Now the academics page link is looking like this. There's an image on top that is kind of having a lengthy structure, and there's a heading academics page. We are talking about our academics in our school, Success Secondary School. There's classroom study, there's hands-on study, there's research study. We do all that. There's best academic documents offered, and there are links as well that push me to other pages. Now let us see the code that did the academics page. Now, like I said, if you're designing a website in a paper, like a practical paper item 2, you need to have over 4 pages that link together, and they are all explaining what the website is all about, and they have almost a lot of features that you studied in web design. For example, if you look at the home page, what do you realize? If you're senior 4 and you've been studying web design, some of the features that you see in the home page are the colors. They teach you colors in web design, the center tags, they teach you all that. They teach you images, and images here. They teach you links. Links are here. So your site should have a lot of formatting features in a website, of course, to earn a lot of scores. Then academics page. The academics page is here. I've been explaining it. It's also having images. It's having the center tags. It's having the links. You see that we are trying to explore almost everything you study in web design practically, so that we just come up with a website. Now there are even colors, etc font colors. That is all taught in web design, and it's incumbent of you to put it in your website. Now where is the code that did the academics page? Now this was the code that did the home page. I've been explaining that code. You can pause the video, take a picture of the code, and you will practice during you watching the video. Then there is a code for academics page. If I right click at academics page, then I go to open with, then I go to notepad as my text editor I used. This is the code that designed the academics page. The academics page code is right there. You can pause the video and also take a picture of it, so that you can really practice designing the very page at academics in my site. This is the page, and this is the code. You see, if you look at my code at the top of it, I started with a big background color. It is gray. That's why this color of academics is gray. I went to image straight away. This is the image on top. Image code is here. I just give it a height of 160 and a width of over 1000. That's why it is stretching the entire academics page. Then I continue to my heading academics page. The heading is right here. Give it a black color, size 17, and I proceeded to some information. We set the pace. That is our trend. We set the pace. I broke it. That's a P paragraph. We offer holistic education. The code here, and I just continue to some other information, that is classroom hands-on research. Of course, it's line per line. It's right here. Actually, it is here at this line. I continue to the image. This is an image of a teacher here, an image of a teacher teaching. So at my code, the image has been put somewhere here at the image source is equal to. I put the image there, and I continue to some other parts of my site, text, then image, classroom study. I look at my code, classroom study is here. Then I talk about classroom study, I break a P. All my work is in the center, you mind that. So I just use the center tag around here at the top so that I put my work in the center. Now before you watch these videos, it's better you watch the first 5 videos I made about web design, because I did this video and I'm just in line with a learner who has studied web design and they have completed the chapter. If you're doing web design for the first time, I could be hurrying and you could not get what I'm trying to explain. But to avoid that, first refer back to my first 5 videos of web design, go through them and things would be easier. I proceeded to hands-on. I think it was classroom study first, then hands-on, and classroom study. The code is here, I was talking of it. Then I wrote some explanations. I drew the image here using this code. Of course, I continued to some other codes. Even here at hands-on, I want to research, study. So even in my code here, at my code here, I was at classroom, then image, hands-on, I explain, I break, and then image, I continue to research, I put an image, etc. That's how I've been doing all those. Then I land into my links. Of course, each and every page you're advised to have links there. The links are going to just help you navigate to all pages in your site, and the links are right here. That's the code that does the link. Again, I will display the code at full screen to help you pause the video and copy the code for practice purposes, to do something I've been doing here, to design something exactly the same as this. Now that is the academics page, and that is what I designed at academics page. If I continue to accounts page, I can click at the link of accounts. The accounts page is taking me, of course, to the page responsible to display accounts of our school. Remember, it is a school that, it is opening up to the community, talking about what the school is all about, and maybe attracting more students to it, or engaging the community to know more about the school using a site. Now, like I said, if you're designing a website, you're advised to use a lot of formatting features you study in web design. Now, even here at the academics page, you realize there are some new formatting features you've studied in web design. For example, there is a table with that border. We've been doing images, the centers are all over our pages we've been running. But the new feature here is a table, and the table is a very important feature of a website, and it's under our academics page as an example in the Success Secondary School website. So the code for accounts, I can right click here and I go to open with, then I go to Notepad as my text editor. Now this is the code that designed the accounts page. Of course, if you look at the code, I started with a big heading, Success Secondary School. Of course, it's supposed to be on top, Success Secondary School. The background color is blue, Success Secondary School. Accounts page is in the center. It's having a size 4. It's having that cream color, etc. I push to the image, the badge. I continue to some information. We set the pace. Of course, even in my code, we set the paces around here, etc. I push to some other information I was typing, and it's all in the center, and I can scroll to my table. My table is right here, and this is the code that designed the table. It started from here. It's having a table board of 5, and again, I would say if you're new to tables, first go refer to my video of website about tables. You will find that my channel, it's among the 5 videos I did of web design, and it's about tables. If you can't design a table in web design, don't bump into this video to design a table along with me. I could be fast and you could find challenges designing your table. Go refer to the video about tables so that you first learn the basics of a table. Now this is the code that did the table, and it's starting at table border 5. It's pushing up to this where I closed the table from. If this is the code that helped me design a table in my site, this was the table that popped up. It's looking like that, of course, with some information about our bank services, our mobile money services, because it's an accounts page, and the table is displaying what charges learners expected to pay while at school, both boarding and day scholars. Okay, this is information about the charges, and if I push down, there is, of course, there are links. There are links at the bottom of page 3, that is accounts page. Now this is my code that designed accounts page. It starts from here, and then it's a bit lengthy because it had the table codes. I can just scroll so that you can pause, you can take a picture now. Then I can scroll downwards. You can also take a picture of that so that you can also design the accounts page. The accounts page is going to look like this at your screen if it is a success. Okay, this is the accounts page. Okay, and that is the code for accounts. I pushed to another type of page we had in our site. It is inquiries page, and if I open inquiries page, right click, open with, I can open it with Chrome first, so that we see how inquiries is going to look like in our sites. The site is about Success Secondary School and inquiries. Maybe you have complaints from people, they want to write some inquiries in your site so that you can interact with them to correct whatever you're doing, or to keep the spirit of what they may recommend that is nice. Now this is the inquiries page, and I said if you're designing your site, make sure you're reserving almost all formatting features that you're taught in web design or that you know in web design. Now you see at inquiries page there's a new formatting feature that we use in web design, and it is a text box or a text area where someone can type some information they want to share with you at your site, or a comment section. Now the Success Secondary School and the code for inquiries, if I right click at inquiries, then I select open with, then I'll select notepad so that I see the code that designed the inquiries page. This is the code that designed the inquiries page, and the inquiries page is right here. The code is also right here. If I decrease the size of it, it can run along the results. Success Secondary School inquiries page, don't exceed 200 words. Now that is all information that you type in a text editor, and it's just in the center. If you know the basics of HTML, you can easily type this information on top of your page. And of course the code that did that is running from center here, and it's pushing us up to the P here. That is the code here that can help us design this. Now we just went straight to the text area box description, then the text area box, and the code that did that is starting from the description, and it's pushing to the closing form tag. It's the code that did that, and that is it with the site of inquiries, where people come to inquire or to comment about the services you offer, maybe from your school or whichever website you're trying to design. Take a picture of your code inquiries, then you can do that as well on your machine. Now those are 4 pages, and according to the question I opened, it's an image I was running, and it is right here. It's a school, and you have some idea in designing a website. Maybe it's what they were inquiring from you and they wanted a 4-page website. At times, if they don't specify about the pages, you can code various pages that can link together if you have your time, like 3 pages, 4 pages, 5 pages, or even 6 pages if you can really do it. Now this is the question, and it's a sample activity of integration that I'm trying to answer here in the tutorial, and I've been moving through all the pages, and the last page is going to be a registration page. Right click at registration, then I select open with Chrome so that I see my registration page. Registration page, you're registering learners maybe, and you can use forms to register them in your school. Now I said, if you're designing a website, make sure you put a lot of formatting features in your site so that you can earn, so that you can show the level of understanding you've acquired in the entire chapter web design. Because if you design, for example, if you design one page at this question, someone is asking you to design a page, and maybe you just come up with one page, maybe a home page only, to display some information about a school and maybe an image, then you stop there. It means you're not exploring formatting features you've studied. No one could tell you to explore all of them. They are just testing your capability. So it's better you show high level of capability in whatever you're doing. That's why you should use a lot of formatting features. No one is telling you to use tables. No one is telling you to use links. No one is telling you to use forms. No one is telling you to format the colors. No one is telling you to use buttons, etc, etc. Whichever formatting feature you've been seeing in this video, it's just displaying your capabilities. If you're able to do them, then you're capable of designing a website. You've really studied a lot in websites. Now this is the registration page, and the code that can run the registration page is right here. After opening it, I will have to pause, then you take a picture of it for practice purposes. Now this is the code that designed the registration page, and unfortunately I could not zoom here. I don't have a mouse. Anyway, this is it with the code of registration, and it runs something like this. Success Secondary School underlined with that color that really runs in blue, and there is a separation from the heading to the other parts of the page. The separation is just the HR tag, and of course the background color is blue, the heading is here, the HR tag is here. The separation I'm talking about. So if I run my code, maybe reduce on the screen. Okay, after the separation there's an image source explains the image. Then if I kind of scroll downwards for the other codes, of course even here after the image I was breaking to learners essential information. Maybe you're registering learners in your school and you need the information. So I introduced the first form because it's under learners essential information. Learners essential information is right here. I open the form tag, I type learners essential information, then I go into the input types to just come up with this. Again, I would say don't bump into this video and you've never studied forms in web design. Simply refer to my video about forms that is on my channel. My video about forms is really there. So first go to the video about forms, and then you'll have to first know how the forms flow so that you can do this as well. So if you know how forms flow, yeah, I think you already know that the first form learner's name is right here, and the input type is equal to text, name is equal to learner's name, It's a repetition about the 3 forms, and this one is just a radio button, female, male, and the radio button is right here. Runs with either someone being female or male. Continue to learners academic information, and maybe someone can attach their files here, and the codes that can do that are really here, and the radio, the codes down here, they can help us design the information here before submit and reset. Submit and reset, the two are right here, and those are the codes that can help us run submit and reset. And another formatting feature you see is a Baroquee. A Baroquee is like an ad that runs in your site, this moving advertisement. Maybe you're advertising something, or you're putting some information that is so important that someone should not miss out on. Put information like for help or for further assistance. Maybe you failed to use this form, you can reach out these numbers and email so that you can get helped. And the links. Now a Baroquee code is another item that is stored in web design, and the Baroquee code, mine is right here. It had that gold color, it's running here, so that is a Baroquee code that is running in my registration page. Lastly, it is a link in my website. Now that is the code that designed the registration page, which is the last one, and I've been moving through all these codes. This is registration page, this is inquiries page, that is the code, this is accounts page, this is academics page, that is the code, and this is home page, that is the code. Now those are the codes. I was talking about pausing a code and then seeing what is under the code so that you can do that in your practice. Now if I close everything and then I go back to the home page, because the home page is the most important page of a website, and my page was right here, it should link you to all other pages with ease, because it is the welcoming page and someone should use it appropriately to access all your websites. Now the home page, you see the home page is linking me to all the pages I've been going through, and the links are right here. And also there's other information on top, that inquiries, if someone clicks at inquiries, they are taken to the inquiries page so that they can inquire from your site. Then there is accounts. If someone clicks at accounts, they are taken to the accounts page to see the amount of cash paid, or some other information that can help you in accounts like this. If someone clicks at logins like that, logins is pushing them to the registration page so that they can register their learners in the site. Lastly, the tips at web design, because you're seeing I'm going through a lot of pages and you're wondering how you're able to do all this, maybe in a practical exam within 1 hour, or in an activity within a few minutes. Now if you're designing your website, mind about the common features like the links. For example, in my site I'm designing, there are links, and the links are common in all sites. For example, if I go to academics page, it's having the same links if you've been keen enough. Accounts page, it's having the same links. So even in your code, don't code links 2 times. If you code links, for example, if you code your links in home page, if I code my links in this page and they are working, this is the code for the home page I was explaining at the start of the video. If you've coded them and they are working, simply copy the code for links, copy it and take it to some other site and paste it where you want. Now that could save you from repeating the coding in all the pages you're doing. It could take a lot of time. That is one item you could need to save time. Then if you're done copying the common code like the link for now in this video, you should also mind the common features. If you look at my home page and some words, for example, someone could decide to have the same background color and the same heading, success secondary school. All your backgrounds, if you need them to be the same, simply do this as the last part of the video. Now if I want all my backgrounds and the heading to be unique, I just have to do this. For example, if I create my folder under new and I go to folder, then I name it uniform banner as an example, and I can run a notepad and it's going to open up like such. Then I just run a new notepad, Control N. If I run a new notepad, I can type some information here like the basic code, HTML. We all know that according to the first lessons we study about web design. Head, then title, then I can name it uniform banner. Maybe it's what I want. Then at the body tag I can put body, then I can close it there, and then I can type something like success secondary school. Okay, and maybe this is my basic code and I want to save it. I can just save it. Now I'm just showing you some of the tips you can use to save time when you're really coding your site. I was talking of the common codes. Copy the codes to other pages, like the link code I was showing you. Now even here at the basic code, having designed your basic code, then you click at save as. At desktop, you look for your folder, open it. I can call this home page .html. I give it all files. We all know that according to the first lesson. Now this is the home page at my uniform banner folder. I can save again. I can click at file and then I go to save as again. Before I go to save as again, if I open the uniform banner, you see home page is already there. Then I will have to just go back to notepad, because this is the basic code I saved. I think before I save again, let me first open what it runs, because this is my page. Open with Chrome. Now if I open Chrome, you see what it runs. It runs Success Secondary School, because even in my first page I designed Success Secondary School. Now I can decide to just give this a big color, background color, which is maybe blue. Then I can put success. I can put this success in the center. I'm just designing my first page. I'm just dealing with my first page, maybe the home page. And then I can put a font tag. Maybe I want to give it some fonts. Font color is equal to, can give it white, and maybe size is equal to, can give it a 15. I can close the font tag here. I can save. Now I've saved that, and if you look at my page, it's blue with that big heading, Success Secondary School. And maybe you're having the common image you want at all your sites. It's okay, just go on and add your image there. Remember, this is the first page, the home page. I'm having my image as an example. I have my image as this. Right click, open with Firefox. And this is the image. I can click at the path, I can copy it and I go back to my code, I paste the path in the image source code, I paste it there, I save, then I go to Chrome and I refresh. Maybe I want the image in the center, that looks funny. Let me shift the center tag here. Okay, refresh. Still, let me break. The image is still somehow funny, so let me break the R, save, and Chrome is right here. Okay, if I want this structure to be common at all my sites, I simply copy and paste the code. I don't code again. I don't have to code this again because you're in a paper and you're saving time. You don't waste time. I just save this again. Maybe I can save this as, I just go to sorry, desktop, then uniform banner. I change the name. Maybe I can call it academics page .html. I give it all files and then I save. Now if you go to my folder I've been using, it is uniform banner. This folder I've been using here, if I open it, I already have academics page, and if I open academics page, it is having the same information like that of home page. This is my academics page. Maybe I want 3 pages. Go back to the code. My code is here. Go back to file, save as, and desktop, locate uniform banners, my folder, then go to this, rename it maybe last page. I'm designing a website of 3 pages.html. Save as, all files, go to save. Now it means in my folder, that is uniform page, I mean uniform banner, my last page is here. If I open it, I can go with open with and then Chrome. It is also having the same information like the home page. Now if I want to just add more information, because all the pages are having the same information, the same heading, the same image, so if I want to just start adding some other features in different pages, I right click at a page and then I go to open with, I go to notepad, maybe that is the home page, I add some features in the home page. If I want to add features in the academics page, right click at it, open with, notepad as my text editor, and then I add some information in the academics page. That is it. And if I want to add information in the last page, that is this, right click at it, open with, notepad, I add information there. But remember, I started with creating a uniform notepad that runs a uniform heading, uniform color, etc, etc, uniform badge to save time. What am I trying to say? Don't type the basic code 3 times because you're designing your page 3 times. That is wastage of time. You don't do that. That is how you can save time when you're coding a web page. Now that is it. That's what I wanted to share with you about web design. Keep on subscribing to my channel. This was the question. I was trying to do something like this. I would have done 5 pages because I wanted to explain more of the websites that I was doing, but it could be helpful if you're designing a web page and you're looking for help. Kindly refer to my channel and refer to the video I've been doing in today's tutorial. Nice Sunday, nice week ahead, and nice year. Bye bye.